Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Fashion Star Gold. In today's tutorial I want to show you how to make very beautiful trendy short gown. This is the gown. I've finished making it. You can see how beautiful it is. So I'm going to show you how to cut the gown. It's a basic gown. See the front here, the beautiful material that I placed on top of it. If you want this gown to be beautiful, it has to be plain at the front and another color at the back. As you can see, it's fine. This is the back side of it. It came out beautifully well. It's an A-cut gown. Then I'll show you how to cut it. So I'm going to use this paper to cut it. Assuming it's a material now, you fold it this way. Take the measurement of the person. Fold it into two. Then I'll measure it. I'm going to use the measurement of the baby. For the neck or the shoulder, I'm taking 5 inches. Half-inch shoulder slope. For the shoulder, I'm taking 5 inches. Then I'll make a line. I'll draw a line this way. I'll make the shoulder slope from the neck. For the neck, I'm going to take 2.5 inch. Two and a half inches. For the back of the neck, I'm going to take 1/2 inch. For the width, I'm going to take 2 inches. Then I can use freehand to connect it. Here I'll take 1/2 inch here. Then I'll connect it this way. That's if you don't have armhole cuff. This is for the back neck and this for the front neck. For the bust, I'm taking 7 inches. From here, I'm going to measure the waist, which is 8 inches. The hip is 12 inches. And I will draw a line. This is 7 inches. 1 inch sewing allowance for the bust. The same thing, 8 inches. That's 7 inches plus 1, 8 inches. For the hip, I'm taking 9 inches plus 1 inch extension. Then you can use freehand. Connecting the waist to the hip. Then I'll connect it this way because it's an A-cut dress. So it's not straight. If it is not A-cut, it will be straight this way. So that's the difference. This was 5, so I'm going to bring down 5 inches this way so that I can connect the armhole. From the armhole, I look for the midpoint. That is the middle point. Like divide 5 into 2, you have 2.5. So this is 2.5 here. You come here, take ½ inch. Then I'm using my freehand to connect it. If you have armhole curve, you can connect it. So I'm going to cut it now. This is the basic gown. So here you come up by ½ inch. Then I'll slope the shoulder. I'll cut the back neck. Then I'll remove the back out of it. Then I'll cut the front neck. You can make it sweetheart. Then from here, so this is the front. As you can see, the neck is beautiful. So what I want to do now, I want to take the design. So now this is the design at the front. So this design, you make it a rectangular shape. Make sure that it's aligned. The length, like the one I took on the clothes, the length was 13 inches, 13.5 inches. The width was 12 inches. As I said, you cut it into a rectangular shape. Then you place it this way. You will not place it like this. You can still place it like this if you want, but the beauty will not really come out. So you have to turn it this way. Let this angle face the front, and let this one face the downside of it. So you can place it this way. Make sure that you put here a mint gum or gum stay under, then sew it sew it round so you see it. So this is the back side of it. This is the back side of it. So I'm going to place it. Remember that the back was another color, so you place it this way. As you can see, the beauty has started coming out. We have not even sewed the paper yet. I don't intend to sew it, but the beauty is out already. Have you seen that it has come out? It's beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to cut now is the hand or the sleeve. So the sleeve, you fold it the way I folded the material. Fold it into two. You have to take the measurement of the sleeve from here. Take the measurement of the sleeve this way. Measure. So 7 inches plus 1, 8 inches. 8 inches. So there are various ways of measuring. Various way of measuring it. You can come here and measure 2.5 inches from here. Then you connect it freehand. Let's see whether it will come out. Then let's check the measurement. This is 6 inches. So I have to measure 4 inches. Let's still see. It is 7 inches. You can still come down. Then you take the measurement, the length of it. That's 8 inches plus allowance. The width, I'm going to take 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. Then I'll connect it this way. Connect it to this sleeve. Hello everyone, this is Fashion Star Gold. I want to teach you how to make this beautiful design. It's going to be a short gown. I've already cut the material, but I'm going to show you in details how to cut it. As you can see, this beautiful design at the center of it. This is the neck. It's a sweetheart neck. I'm going to show it to you. Don't worry about it. It's an A-cut gown owned by a 14 years old child. They're using it for occasion in the school. So how I make this one, how I cut this one, I'm going to show you also. I cut it in a triangle. I cut it in a rectangular form. This side is 13.5 inches. That's the length of it. The width is 12 inches. That's 13.5 by 12 inches. The length of the gown is 40 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. That's for the hemming. I'll show you the back of it now. This is the front side of it. So after cutting the material, the next thing you are going to do, you have to place this rectangular shape on it and sew it to the material you put an stay or gum stay under so that you'll be able to stand. Then you place it on it. Make sure that you measure it well before you place it. As you can see, this is the back side of it. I've already added lining to it. What I'm trying to say is that you have to sew the material first on the main fabric before you add the lining. This is the lining. The lining is quarter lining. It's not full lining. So I'm going to hem it at the end of it. So this is the back side of it. As I said, it's a basic gown, a cut short gown. So I'll show you the inside of it. The owner doesn't want pocket, so I will have put a beautiful pocket for her, but she doesn't want pocket. So this is the inside of it. I place a lining on it, 3/4 lining. This is where the lining stops. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the sleeve. So these are the sleeves. From here to here is 9.5 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. So I've added lining to it. I've sewed it and turned it around. This is 8 inches. From here to here is 8 inches, depending on the person. As I said, it's owned by a child. From here to here, I measured 4 inches. Then I made the curve down. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll take the measurement. I want to take the measurement now. As I said, it's a basic gown. Flare cut or A cut gown. These are my tools. This is the hip cuff, armhole cuff, and straight ruler. So for the shoulder is 15 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch for the material, 1 inch sewing allowance. So before I added the 1 inch, you have to take off ½ inch. This is sewing allowance. I will not start from here to sew. This is my sewing allowance here. This is sewing allowance. I've added ½ inch here for sewing allowance. So from here, I'm going to take the armhole measurement. The armhole measurement that I'm going to take is 8 inches for the bust. How do I arrive at the 8 inches? It's from the shoulder, the measurement of the shoulder. Remember, it's 16 inches divided by 2. So you have your armhole measurement. So for the bust now, the bust is from the shoulder is 8. Shoulder to waist is 15. Shoulder to hip is 24. Then the length of the material is 40 inches plus 2 inches or 1 1/4 sewing allowance. So I'm going to take the measurement now for the bust. The bust is 35 inches plus 3 inches allowance. This material or this gown does not have zip, so you have to give allowance. So I'm giving 3 inches allowance, so making it 38 inches. So 38 divided by 2. Here I'm not going to divide by 4 again. I'll be taking 2, so 38 divided by 2. 38 divided by 2 is 19 inches. So I'm going to measure the 19 inches this way. 19 inches to this other end. This is the 19 inches. You mark the 19 inches. After marking the 19 inches, you will see the leftover. What is left? This is 1 inch. So in that case, I'm going to take ½ inch for the sewing allowance. ½ inch. From this ½ inch I'm measuring, I will measure the 19 inches. As you can see, I have ½ inch this other way, so it has balance. That is for the bust. Then for the waist, this is the waist. The waist measurement is 30 inches plus 3 inches allowance. That's 33 inches. So 33 inches divided by 2, you have 16 inches. So I'm going to measure to see how many I have here. I have here 21 inches. I have 21 inches. Remember, the measurement was, it was 16.5 inches, not 16 inches. 16.5. So I'm going to measure, first of all, measure your 16.5 here. From this way, measure complete 16.5 here. Then come and take the remaining measurements. So this is 4 inches here. So I'm going to divide the 4 inches into 2. This is 2 inches here. 2 inches here. Then I'll come here and take another 2 inches. So that is the measurement. That is 16.5. As you can see, complete 16.5. So it has balance this way. So we are going to the hip. The hip measurement is 40 inches plus 3 inches. That is 43 inches. 43 divided by 2, you have 21.5 inches. So I'll now come here, take the measurement of 21.5 inches. This is how to take the accurate measurement. 21.5 inches. This is the 21.5 inches. I'll take it this way. Then I'll measure the remaining part of it. So I have here almost 4 inches. 3 3/4. So I measure it here, divided it into 2. From here, I'm going to take, from this place, I'm going to take 21.5 inches. That's 21.5 inches for the hip measurement. This is my 21.5 inches. So I'm going to take the remaining one now. So I divided it by 2. This is my measurement. So I'm going to draw a line to this side here. Here I'm going to take 1 inch measurement. Then I'll measure it this way. Is A-cut gown. So this other way, I'm going to measure 1 inch of the measurement. So this is the 1 inch of the measurement. I'll connect the measurement from the hip down to the 1 inch. there's no zip allowance, so that the person can be able to walk. This is my hip cuff. This is the hip cuff. So I want to take the measurement of the hip. So I place it from the bust to the waist. It will give you the accurate shape, beautiful shape. Then I'll do the same thing to this other side. Then I'll turn it this way, take the measurement, this other end. So I want to take the measurement of the shoulder now. The shoulder is 15 inches. So I'm going to measure the 15 inches this way. Plus 1 inch sewing allowance, that's 16 inches. This is 15 inches. That's 15 inches. The original measurement for the shoulder is 15 inches. So I'm going to divide this. You have 1.5 inch. So from the 1.5 inch, I'll divide it into 2. Then I'll measure the 15 inches. Then from here, I'll measure from the shoulder to the bust point. I will get the midpoint. The midpoint of it is 4 inches. Then I'll draw a line. That is how to get the armhole. From here, I'll measure 1 inch from this point here. Then I'll connect my shoulder. This is the back shoulder. So if the person has body structure, you come here and take half inch and connect it this way. Some people, they have broad shoulder. You come here. If it is a child, come here and take half inch for the armhole. If it's a big person, you can come down by 1 inch or 3/4 inch. So I did the same to this other side. So what I'm going to do, I'll only take the measurement for the back only. I'm not going to take measurement at the front. So what I'm going to do, I'll place it this way. This is the back side of it. I'll place it this way. This is the front side. This is the front side of it. Then I'll add the front side. I'll place the front side this way. So you have to make it to correspond with each other. You have your pin, you clip it this way. So this is how it's going to be. Then you turn it this other side. Make sure you clip this side, you clip it with your pins, your safety pins. This is how you are going to join it this way, join it like this to the end, join this other side, join this way, join that way. You don't need to take measurement at the back and the front. You don't need to do that. Take your measurement only at the back side of it. So I am through with this. I'm going to sew it, then I'll show it to you. This is the sleeve. What I'm going to do to the sleeve now, I'm going to measure only 1 inch. The sleeve is 8 inches. I'll take 1 inch sewing allowance. 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll come here and take ½ inch. Then I'll connect it this way. Then you come to the center. Make sure that you make a notch at the center so that you know how to join it. So that is the mark. I'm going to do the same thing to this other side. Hello everyone, this is the outcome of it. As you can see, the shape coming out so beautiful. The shape is fine. A-cut short gown. This is a design at the front. This is the neck. This is the back side of it. Oh man, this is beautiful. So the next thing I want to do now, I want to bring out the armhole so that you can be able to move your hands. I have my armhole cup. The shoulder is 15. So I'm going to measure 15 here from this end. I measure my 15. Measure it first. Don't allow the chalk to stain the place, the clothes. So this is 15. So I'll mark the remaining so that I can divide it into 2. So I have here 1 1/4. So 1 1/4, I'm going to divide it into 2. Divide it into 2. Oh, this is 1 1/2. 1 1/2, divide it into 2. So I'm going to divide it like this. From here, I'll measure my 15 inches. So this is the 15 inches. That is the 15 inches. From the 15 inches, I will add ½ inch sewing allowance. Then I'll add it here too, ½ inch sewing allowance. So I'll come to the sewing allowance. This is my sewing allowance. I'll measure 8 inches. This is my 8 inches. I'll take the midpoint. Half of the 8 inches is 4 inches. From here, I'll measure ½ inch. ½ inch is for the back sleeve. Then I'll measure 1 inch for the front sleeve. Then I'll connect it. I'll use my armhole. First of all, I'll connect it to the 1/2 inch sewing allowance here. Then I'll then connect it this way. That's for the back armhole. This is the back armhole. From this 1/2 inch sewing allowance, I'll connect it to the 1 inch. That is the front armhole, so that the person will be able to move her hand. Then from this, I'll connect it this way. So this is for the back sleeve and this is for the front sleeve. So I'm going to cut this other way also, the other side. So I'll first of all cut the back armhole. This is also something else. So this is the back. I will cut the front now. The front, you have to carry the front up. You don't cut it with the back. It's only the front that you cut. So from here, so this is the front. As you can see, they are different now. This is the front and this is the back side of it. So what I'm doing here, I'll do it to the other side. Then after that, I will fix the sleeve. For the sleeve, you have to find out the measurement of this sleeve. Remember this place, I'm taking 1/2 inch. So from here, I will measure. This is 10 inches. Then I have to check whether it's up to 10 inches. From here, from here, from here. This is 9 inches. Then I have to come down a little. So I'm measuring from the allowance place. I'll measure 8 inches. The midpoint. Then 1/2 inch for the back sleeve, 1 inch for the front sleeve. From here, I'll measure to the one sleeve. Then I'll connect it this way to this mark here. This for the back sleeve and this for the front sleeve. So I'll cut. I've already measured my sleeve. I have to find out whether it's up to 10 inches. The sleeve is 10 inches. So when you are measuring, you have to measure it well. That's for the back sleeve. This is for the front sleeve. You have to open it this way. Open it up. Check whether you have or you pack both the back and the front. So this is only the front. That is how to shape the armhole so that it will not puff. So I want to find out whether it's up to 10 inches. If it is not up to 10 inches, I'm going to increase the downside of it. Start from the end and measure. Then I have to increase a little. You have to be very careful. Then I'll check the second time. This is 10 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go and sew my sleeve, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Then I'll make a notch here. The notch is very important so that you know the center of the armhole. This center, you fix it this way. You get the center of the armhole here, then you fix it. If you are fixing, you can open it this way, join two of them together, then start sewing. When you reach the end, you close this place, close it with this other side, then you now sew. So when I finish sewing the shoulder, I'm going to do the hemming. I'll hem the downside of it, then I'll show you guys. So I'm cutting the sleeve now. So this is sleeve. Make a notch at the center, very important. So this is the sleeve here. So I am through with it. So please subscribe to my channel. Don't just watch and go. It's a new channel. It's a new channel. Support me to grow. This is the back side of it. If this video is beneficial to you, give me a thumbs up. If you like it, share it. There are people that might want to know how to cut it, but they don't know what to do, how to cut it. So share it to them. They will be grateful. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.